introduction because it was really written about us, at some point at the beginning. And so I try to shorten this story because otherwise it just becomes hours. So I'll just start from the beginning. In the beginning, Lindsey Buckingham lived in San Francisco his whole life. And Stevie Nicks lived in Los Angeles. And Stevie Nicks' parents got transferred to San Francisco in 1965, which would make Lindsey 16 and me 17, a senior and a junior. So I met him once. Are you listening to this? In all these shows that we've done, I never knew if you were actually even listening over there. Okay. So I only met this guy one time. We sang a song. Disappeared out of my life. Gone. 2 years later, he was in this really good band, and they called and asked me if I wanted to join their band. And I remembered having sung this song with Lindsey, and that it was really good. And I said, sure, I would love that. Now, mind you, we are in like the most amazing time in San Francisco ever. It's all the big bands, it's Woodstock, it's like you couldn't be an artist or a musician in any better place than where we were. So anyway, we started doing like these amazing shows where we were opening. And so I'm gonna brag just a tiny little bit. We opened for Jimi Hendrix, 75,000 people at Santa Clara Fairgrounds. We opened for Janis Joplin, Frost Amphitheater, Stanford University. We opened for Santana the week before Woodstock at Monterey Carmel. We opened for Chicago at the Fillmore West. And last but not least, because there was so much more than that, we opened for, well, no, this is how I say it. We were stuck in Lodi with Creedence Clearwater. And I mean, we were really stuck. Our cars really broke down. So that's where we really got our experience. And the perk to being on a show like that was, even if you were eighth on the show, you still got to, in those days, you got to stand on the side of the stage and like soak in everything that these amazing artists were doing. And that's really where Lindsey and I learned so much, because it was like we were in rock and roll. We were in the school of rock. We were just a little older. So anyway, well, this was all going on. We were making really good money. I was going to college, and so I was being completely supported by my parents. They were not. They were not. And so my mom did not make me put this money in a savings account, which is totally against everything my mother believed in. But I never thought about it until now. She just said, keep it. So I did, and I saved it up because I had heard this rumor that there was this amazing clothes store in San Francisco where all the rock and roll women, the famous ones that had any money, shopped for their stage clothes. And it was called the Velvet Underground. With a name like that, how could you fail? So anyway, I saved up my money, and I jumped in my little Corvair Monza, 5-speed, candy apple red, black interior. My dad bought it for himself, not really for me, but I learned 5-speed, and I buzzed up to San Francisco to find this store. So I found it, and I walk in, and it's a little tiny store. I thought it was going to be a big store, it's tiny. And it was just filled to the rafters with all these really beautiful things. And there was this amazing hand-painted floor, of which I've never seen anything like since. And I'm standing there on this floor going, I can't afford to buy anything in here, except maybe a thread. But I am standing in the very same place that I'm pretty sure Janis Joplin stands, and Grace Slick stands, and God knows who else stands here and has had like dreams. So I'm standing there, and I have what I like to call a little seizure premonition. And I'm like, I can't get anything here, but I'm getting something. And I feel like I saw the future. And what I saw this. I saw Lindsey and Stevie and Mick and Christine and John. And it was there. And I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was, and I knew it was coming, and I knew it was big. So the reason that I'm telling you this is that I want all of you that are still like, you know, either teenagers or in your early 20s or whatever, early 30s, and you have a dream and you believe in it and you want to be something or do something special, and everybody gets in your way and says, you can't do that because that's not what you should do. That's wrong. You should do anything that you want to, because that's what it takes. It just takes big spirit and big love and big dreams, and you can have it if you fight for it. And you just tell all those people, get out of your way, and you can do it. And then you will be. So I'm back to the velvet underground, back to the floor that I loved, to a room with some lace and some paper flowers, back to the gypsy that I was. To the velvet Thank you.